Hey, welcome to Mama Mosey Tarot. No captions, no hashtags, no trending sounds. If you're seeing me, it may be for a reason. 222 might be significant. 2222 might also be significant. I urge you to trust your intuition. Just straight up vibe. Just like, I don't like how this card looks. Not for me. Scroll. We are here with Just the Alleyman's, Just the Alleyman's Tarot. See what it is you need to know. Oh. So Tower in reverse, and this tower is like the classic tower of things kind of breaking and falling down. In reverse, though, it's like you have refused to constructively deconstruct this building, so now the wrecking ball is coming in. And the Comforter. But, okay, so here's the thing. This might be painful. But don't be afraid to ask for comfort when this is happening. This is not you have to deal with the pain of everything that you've wrought thus far. You missed the lesson. This has to hurt. No. There's still, connection to be had here. Now, the Comforter can indicate that somebody else needs comfort. So for some of you, I would say, even if your world is going to shit, look around. Make sure that there are not people that have it worse than you, or that could use your expertise, that kind of distract you a little bit from the destruction that you're just kind of soaked in. But I don't mean like use them. I mean actually help them, you know. But don't be afraid to step out of your misery for a little bit. Blue might be significant. You might be graduating soon. Or somebody you know might be graduating soon. You might be seeing a lot of blue jays too. Blue jays, bluebirds. Okay, so there's a wild card here. There's a wild card element in this. I don't know if it's necessarily in the comfort that you give or the comfort that you find in somebody else, but there is a wild card element here. But this is a more soft wild card than I get, like the universe accidentally kind of dumped some luck on you. This is more of like because you were kind of vibrating at a higher frequency, not submerging yourself so much in the chaos of yourself or others' situations, that the universe is more like, here, it's like a reward. But be wary, because that Happy Squirrel did come out, and the Happy Squirrel is a card of starting little fires because you're so focused on the chaos of what you're doing that you miss things. So make sure you're looking around and not necessarily, I don't want to say make sure you're not missing any opportunities. Trust your gut. And make sure you're just being observational. Keep a weather eye out. Now, I'm not going to say that this wild card coming in does not also have the chance to start a fire. It might be that this warning is make sure you're noticing who you're giving comfort to, because they might bring a little bit of excess fire into your life that you don't necessarily need at this point, because you've already got so much going on. Oh, jeez. I hate it when they fall down there. Just any wild elements, be wary. I don't want to say be fearful. I don't want to say be afraid. I want to say use your gut, but also use all the tools in the toolbox. Use your intelligence too, your experience, your wisdom, along with your gut instinct, to see if maybe some of these wild things coming in, some of these new things coming in, are not the best idea for you. Discernment is what we are going for here. Discernment, discernment, discernment. It's absolutely 100% okay to take a fucking U-turn, to change your fucking mind on something. If you decide in that moment, okay, I've gone through like everything I can think of now, and this is really feeling like a bad idea, so I'm going to respectfully back out. Don't be afraid at 422 on the timer. Don't be afraid to do that either. You have to speak for yourself. So we got the Magician, the Five of Cups, and Sowing Death. So there is change here, obviously, with the Sowing Death. And when I was shuffling, I saw Dancing Death as well. But with these three, it's like, this is just another experience on your life path. You are still standing, you are still walking, you are still moving. There might be something missing here. Wild cards that may take things that you didn't expect at a time when you were at your lowest, but they cannot take who you are. Okay? They can take your time. They can take your energy. They can take your thought. They can take your stuff. They can take your money. But they cannot take you. I mean, they can physically take you. But in this sense, you have to be able to examine this after the lesson is over, after the pain is over, after the taking is over. And you have to utilize that knowledge to ensure that you will not be taken from again. However, a sign, do not allow this to make you wary of giving. Okay? That's not the lesson. The lesson is being more discerning in who you give to, what you give to. Five, 4, 3 on the timer, so it might feel like this is counting down to something. And you might be right, because there's, with that 5, 4, 3, I definitely got the sense of, yeah, I know they're numbers and it's going down, but there is a sense of paring down with those numbers. A sense of, like, you're learning. And especially on this card, you see how everything in the background, most everything is cut down. You have learned a lot of fucking lessons. But there's just a few more that are coming back that weren't quite taken care of all the way. Something that still has some life in it. You're almost there, though. You're almost fucking there. I don't know where there is for you. It's going to be different for each of you in the collective. Wildly different, I'm hearing. But you are almost there. Judgment. So you can use this opportunity. Oh, there's 2 cards. I don't know what's behind Judgment. Okay, I love when this happens. So I'm going to just start talking. You can use this opportunity, this tower moment, this thing being taken from you. And even with this comforter card, I want to say some of you can learn to comfort yourselves, to self-comfort, to find after you feel the pain, 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 you can begin to process the emotional lessons that may be present in your specific situation and rise from the ashes of that, a new person deciding that you are not going to necessarily take this path again. Behind it, holy shit, you got another fucking tower. But you have to let this thing break. You have to let this happen. This happens because there is a deconstruction that is needed. Because these things that you've built a life out of are not all of them are meant to stay in your life forever. On to bigger and better. Fireworks might be significant. I don't know if because of the graduation I mentioned earlier there might be fireworks, but... And don't be afraid of this, because we just got... you got another death card, but this is death fear. Now this is a little bit different. This is still a death card, but this card is more kind of about not necessarily a decision, but a little bit of a decision. There is fire and death and complete and total destruction here. Complete and total destruction. But I don't want that to scare you, so I'm going to look it up and actually read the definition to you. 818 on the timer. So calm down, take a breath. This might just feel fire death. The desolation. Change comes to all, but this death leaves nothing behind. You will not just be letting something go to move on. Something will be burned away. There's no going back. You may remember the husk of what's left, but it cannot be used again. Approximating it to start anew can be done, but it is most often folly. This does not have to hurt. It just means that when it happens, you cannot return to how things were. That's what I knew there was something in here that's like, this is not a terrible fucking thing. Despite what the card looks like. Suck it up, bud. You can clear the ashes and start over. You can clear the ashes and start over. If you're a glutton for punishment, make it the same way. If you feel like you want to learn from this, make it out of things that can't burn down. I'd suggest stone. Now here's the thing. We got that card after we got this tower. This tower really fucking looks like it's made of stone, doesn't it? Here's a lesson. Stone still can crack. Stone still can melt. So I want to say that the lesson here is to not just make things because you think they will be permanent. Make things out of what you have in the moment and reside there until that thing is no longer useful. And I hesitate to even say that because it makes it sound like you're only staying with places or people because they're of use to you, and that's not the case. Wherever you are, wherever you find yourself following your passions, your joy, your love, your family, whatever it is that moves you into a certain specific situation, whatever you are dealing with there, find the lessons. It's a shitty fucking thing to say if there are shitty fucking lessons to learn. But it's even shittier not to do it and to have to keep repeating those scenarios over and over and over again until you fucking get it. I'm going to go through one more time. See if there's anything else you need to know. If not, check bottom of the deck energy. Okay. We just got another Joker, and the Run Rabbit Run with the 7 of fucking cups on the bottom. Okay. And the Fool. All right, so there are strings here that need to be cut. Now, this card usually does represent, the definition says that you are controlling somebody. Upright this way, they're starting to notice things are starting to go a little haywire. Reverse this way, somebody's going to cut the strings and they're never going to return. This is upright. So I think there are methods and modes and controls on you. Put there not out of hate, not out of discontent, some out of hate and some out of a little bit of misunderstanding and mistruth. But these are not all done just to shake you down. This is just done because it's done. And the reason why it was done is none of your concern. You're holding the fucking scissors. Snip, snip, bitch. Let's go. You got the Black Moon. This is the card. The definition says run, rabbit, run. Somebody has to run into the dark. Why not you? And then you've got the 7 of Cups. Now, this card indicates that there are so many options beyond you, but the goal here is, and you see how fuzzy they are in the water? You can't see anything that's in these cups, anything that you might wish for or opportunities that might be ahead of you. That's fine. Just fucking move. Take the leap. Oh my God. You have been through so much bullshit, but here's the thing. You can create from this space. You just need to create something, not from the ashes of what was, not from the burdens of what there were, something that is untouched by the grime that you've been through so far, okay? The lessons that you've learned. And it's hard to say create something that's untouched by these lessons, but you know what I'm saying. You understand it. And then we got the Hierophant. This is the good Hierophant, though. This is the granting of divine knowledge from somewhere other than yourself, okay? Take that knowledge to heart. Take that knowledge to heart. Take that lesson to heart. Do not be afraid of connection. Do not be afraid to connect, even if you don't see a future. The key here is not to make connections because you think there might be a future. The key here is to make connections, because you get to meet these people and find out what makes them tick and peer a little bit into their world. It's beautiful. I hope this helped. Love you.